Maddie, square up sooner. Getting a slight dig. Keep those hands lower on the drive. Try not to rainbow it in. Catches look really good here. Sophie, slightly late square up. A little bit of a dig. Watch out for that. Sanchez, you did a nice job most of the time matching up with Elisa's length here. Careful of dropping those hands at the catch. A little bit far from the water on some of these. That one in particular. Also careful that you're not coming out of the water too soon. If you look at your finishes compared to Elisa's, coming out a little bit early. Shreya, watch out for catching early and make sure you're squaring up earlier. Let's all be careful of not pulling into our laps. There's not a ton that we can do with handle heights when we're pulling into our lap. Oh, woody patootie. Elisa, I know you're not normally on port. We've got a little bit of a drop of the outside shoulder going between your legs. You're getting good reach, but just make sure we're not dropping that outside shoulder in order to do it. You too, Maddie. And Linda, I want you to relax those shoulders. You're very, very tense with your shoulders when you row. And when we're using energy to be tense, we're not staying loose, then we're not able to put as much energy into the drive. Maddie, sometimes on some strokes you're leading your drive with your shoulders. And what I mean by that is your head kind of rolls back a little bit and you lead that finish with your shoulders. We want to lead the finish nice and strong with our hips almost and use our abs to engage on that layback and then pull in strong to the body. We don't want to lead with the shoulders because that's going to hurt our low back over the long run if we're hinging at our low back rather than hinging at our hips. If that doesn't make sense, come talk to us. But the way to get a strong finish, and this is for everybody, is not by opening our back early and just whipping it into our bodies. We want to be nice and controlled with the strength. One way to help stay controlled both at lower rates and higher rates is to watch what we're doing with our heads and with our necks. Stacking our spines means all the way up to the neck. So we keep our heads nice and in a stable position. We're not letting our heads wobble all over the place, back and forth, to the right, to the left. We're keeping our heads very steady. If you watch Elisa's head here, for example, well, looked out of the boat because she's not normally on port, but in that last clip, is a very nice example of just keeping that head and that spine nice and steady. We're not letting it rock back and forth. We're not letting it rock side to side. We're keeping it nice and stable so that we kind of have a pin down our spine and we're able to pivot around that pin when we're getting up to the catch and we're able to pivot back and forward with our hips.